Rust is putting paid to the machinery of our local history, but not if the boys from the Thornbury Museum get their hands on it first. Let's go for a ride back in history.
How was that, Jerry?
I tell you what, I felt I was king of the road out there. That's absolutely magnificent. Was that one of the very early cars?
Oh, that was originally a horse-drawn carriage from last century, and some of our people put a concrete mixer motor on it for a coronation parade in '53.
Sounds like it would have been a good idea for Mayor Tim Shadbolt to be driving one of those.
Oh yes, there's been a few mayors with this, one or two on the seat, and of course it was drawn by a mayor at one stage, wasn't it?
It sounds like you guys are in this for the fun of it.
Oh well, it started that way, and it was still a lot of fun to be had, Jerry. Yes, there's a lot of oddities been gathered up over the years, and of course they were just fun things, but now they're the basis of what's in our museums here, museum pieces. Jerry.
I must take a wee look. And anything special to watch out for?
You have a look and see if you can find the wedding present, Jerry. There's a wedding present in there.
A wedding present among all this lot. Now that does sound odd. That does sound odd. Must be a bit of work in restoring these babies, Les.
Yes, there is. This machine here was the second machine that was acquired by the club, and it was in going order for a while, but it got bad accident damage by being tipped off a truck. And the front end of it here was badly twisted. The arrow was broken off. The arrow shows you which way the wheel's facing when you're at the back. The radiator was smashed in 2 or 3 pieces. The fan went through the radiator and it was broken off.
What's the end result? You get some satisfaction out of it?
A great lot of satisfaction out of it, because we can take it, even take it to a ploughing match now, and we use it at ploughing matches, and it works.
One problem, Les, I can't see where I'm driving.
That's what the arrow is for, to see which way your wheels are pointed.
This is a really old looking piece, Bruce.
Yes, we think this is the oldest piece of machinery we've got. It was discovered in Paradise right by the Arcadia homestead in a rubbish dump. And it's designed to thresh the grain. You feed the sheaf in here, the straw comes out where you are, Jerry, and the grain comes out the bottom. Obviously it would make a very rough sample and we'll need a fair bit of fixing up before you've made the porridge.
Would it make a good wedding present, do you reckon?
Oh, it'd be a bit hard on the wife, I think.
Jerry, this is the same type of plough that turned the first furrow in New Zealand. It ploughed the first furrow in New Zealand at Kerikeri on the 3rd of May 1830, drawn by 2 bullocks.
Pretty flash bit of equipment there. You reckon that would have made a good sort of bridal present?
Well, no, I think it might be a little bit heavy.
Here we are, Tony. I found it. This must have been the wedding present to the bride.
Looks like a retirement gift to me, Jerry.
Wait, well, this is the most sort of feminine or decent present that I could find here.
But not the wedding gift. The wedding gift was this little wooden mill given to a young bride in the Blackmount area in the 1880s.
I mean, I know you like your presents to be big, but I mean, there's nothing romantic about that at all.
But very practical.
What would she have done with it?
The family would have used it for thrashing the oats and the wheat and the barley. Would have been a very modern piece of equipment at the time, sent out from the old country, yes.
You're a sensitive man. What do you think her reaction would have been when she saw that as the wedding present?
I think there'd have been mixed emotion, Jerry.
Well, there we are, the Thornbury Museum. They're open on Sundays from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. They've got some new items in there as well they'd like to show. There's a drag line, there's also a sawmill, and there's a grater, and I still don't see any of them being great wedding gifts either, guys, but it's fascinating, keeping our living history alive.